coming home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go. I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go.
Welcome, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, back to sim racing. I am your host this evening, Sharks Forever, aka Sean Buck. We are live on a SOP Motorsport race. 75 minutes for these boys. We are back in the qualifying sessions. These boys have kicked it off with 15 minutes on the clock. Again, SOP Motorsport, hosted and streamed by Logistical Nightmare. So, the folks on, catching it on. Again, big thanks to SOP for allowing us to have and do the stream, and it's purely because we've got so many Logistical Nightmare racers on track. Currently, looking at the front leader of the pack, setting a time of 1:35 is Skitty1. And again, I'm going to go through these pack of races. I don't even know most of them except for the LNR boys. And again, I'm not going to go LNR the whole night unless there's good racing between these cents. But let's see who we have on the clock. So, Skitty1 Rainmaster Floppy Fox. What a good name. In a Ferrari as well. LNR Intimidator, AC Muwawa, Jacques Racing, Pez, Robin, Tog, Eleanor Badbull, Lord Bluebeard, Fireblade, Mike, J, 444, Eleanor Dave, DNQ and then storm loaded. So again, boys, there's a lot of logistical nightmare drivers here. Hence, we've had and got the privilege to do and feature this stream. Again, thanks to SOP Motorsport for allowing logistical nightmares to host this stream. And this is your host for me, Sean Buck speaking. So, kicking it off, looks like 1:35 is a good time. Leading the pack is Rainmaster with his 1:35.922, and 0.015 of a second behind him is Skitty1, followed by Intimidator, who's going off the track back into the bench, Jacques Racing in fourth, and then Floppy Fox with a Ferrari. He would take about a second behind Rainmaster's time, coming through the last bend. Full throttle through it. Let's see if he can do a better time than what he did before. Anything good is better than what it was. Oh, kicks up the notch. Great qualifying that one. Improved his time by 0.5 of a second. That is fantastic. Going down the list, Mr. Pesco, also in a Ferrari. Smooth. First couple of sectors of the race, he is on his lap. Oh, little bit dodgy coming out there. Definitely going to lose a lot of time there. Is he going to give space to another Bentley? I believe that was Jacques Racing. No, that was not. Ooh, Jacques Racing in a McLaren. What an interesting choice. Again, these boys and their different cars, what they choose, depending on what will be good. Zandtvoort is... Oh, exactly. That is my comment. Zandtvoort is... Picky as hell. It needs to say anything more than that. So, getting back on the track, 8 minutes left of qualifying. Today's temperatures, it's like a good 19 degrees with a 27 degree track, slightly cloudy here and there. See no real change. These boys have got to do a 75-minute race with a mandatory pit stop. It's actually not that bad. Gives you a good balance, good feel. Might need to change some tire if you're going to run your tires a bit hard on this track. Again, not a track that's very forgiving on tires because there's so many high-speed corners around the track. I mean, just looking at Jacques Racing, he's 1 second off the pace. Skitty1 is now the current leader in qualifying with his Ferrari, and I bet you that's an Evo 2020. Jacques heading down, final 2 corners. Gotta get your entry right here. And then with this one, depending on what your setup is, some cars like it, some cars don't, but you can go full throttle. I have no one on chat. Do I have people on the chat? I don't even know. I feel all alone, but I don't mind. Take it as it is. If anyone joins, it will be absolutely awesome. This is a late night evening race. I mean, it's 9:30 my time and I'm in UK. So for anyone driving anywhere else in the world, that's phenomenally quite late, especially on the eastern front of the coastal line. Looking at AC Witois. He's in a Lambo, and it seems like he's the only Lambo. Just as much as I see, there's only one Porsche on the track, driven by LNR's bad boy. ACM is in 6th place, looking good. Ooh. Hitting a corner that can catch you out. If you just overcook it by that 1 inch, it will bum you down. Storm loaded also here, back at the pack in a Bentley. He is 3.3 seconds off the pace. Does look like we've got a lot of Bentleys over here. Aston Martin there. The only guy that I know that drives an Aston Martin is Mr. LNR Dave in his 129 car. All LNR flying colors. All the boys running in orange, black, and white will be LNR hooks. Again, they love sim racing. We love broadcasting it. It's just epic, epic. Let's see if Dave can pick up on his time. He improves on it. Since he slots himself in the top 10. Still 5 minutes off qualifying left. Top 3 guys are, top 2 are very close, 0.06. That is significantly close to one another. Will Rainmaster be in a position to improve on his time frame, taking on the first place position? Not yet, not yet. He is still out there. So is Skitty, running through the final sector of Zandtvoort. Gotta get that corner right. Full throttle through there. Comes up with any improved time? Not yet. Not yet. Still a 135.8. Top 5 boys are within 1 second of each other. And then from 6 to 8 is another second. And then we've got some close racing that's definitely going to take place between from 8th place all the way to 16. I mean, those boys are going to race. I'm going to keep my eye out how these races will develop throughout the night. But I am probably very positive that we are going to look at the backpack quite a lot. These front-running boys are definitely pulling away from those guys from 8th position. Nonetheless, it's any man's game. Hey, Baggy! How you doing, man? Thanks for the chat. Thanks for just popping in. Again, this is a SOP Motorsport event, just broadcasted by Logistical Nightmares. It's on the request of the Logistical Nightmares, or LNR drivers, whereby most of them are being featured here because they love sim racing. They've asked me to broadcast. I am just here to give you some tune. Looking at Floppy Fox, he is definitely climbing the ladder. Fast but ferocious. We started off the qualifying, he was there in the top 10, brought himself down to the top 6, and now he's within the top 3. Split at the 2 LNR boys, Rainmaster and Intimidator. With his Ferrari, oh, went a bit wide, too hot into that corner again. Can damage all confidence. Nonetheless, he has time to recuperate, get the nerves back in, pull it back a notch, take 3 deep breaths, 2 minutes on the table. Let's see if he can improve it on the next round. Skitty 1 definitely improved on his time, making 1/100th of a second out there. Lord Bluebeard is in the pits. LNR Dave has dropped 2 additional spots. That looks like Rainmaster. He also wants to be in the top notch, keeping a close eye between those 3 individuals. Hey Hannes, who is Intimidator? Man, he is intimidating. Baggy reckons this is going to be an orange wash, this one. I'm not 100% sure about that, Baggy. I mean, I applaud your confidence in this one. There's a few guys that are in line to do something. Floppy Fox has been kicking good pace. Besco is also there. Of course, all the guys from AC, Robin Dobbin, they all LNR boys. So of course, there's lots of LNR oaks here in the top 10. Hey Paris, good evening. late night watching. Welcome. Thank you. Checking out what the boys can do. 26 seconds off. Qualifying left. Rainmaster is on his final stint of a lap, but right behind him is Floppy Fox. So it depends on what these two boys do. Floppy does look like he's very quick. So is Rain. No one else really moved up the table as much as I could see. Dave's in the pits. Tog has not been in a position to go up. Robin is still out and he's in 8th. Rainmaster is trying to fight for that pole position. Is he in a position to get that? The guy close to him is Floppy. Oh, Rainmaster hits it with a pole position. Floppy cannot do it, but does improve a bit of his time. Now it's all up to Skitty. Final corners and sectors. This is where it counts. 0.093 of a second. Will he be able to break that? No, he gives it up. Pole position. Rainmaster, Skitty, Floppy, Jacques, LNR Intimidator, Pesco, AC, Robin, Big Wang Bang, Lord Bluebeard, TNQ, Eleanor, Dave, Mike, Dog, Badpool, Stormloaded, and then Fireblade in 17th. Man, this is going to be close racing. Front to mid, back to way behind. It's definitely going to be interesting. So, don't run away, boys. Don't go away. I am going to give a quick break. We will be right back. Of course, when I say right back, we're just going to get out, get the boys ready, get the pits ready. Hopefully I catch them on the out lap. Don't run away. 2-3 few minutes. We'll be back soon. Catch you on the flip side.
There's not a single day that passes, not even one minute can end up. I long for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Oh, I wish that you were here to give me everything I want, but I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it. In my head there's a hole I can't control. That's where my demons get. And it's taking me years. Now it is clear my shadow is my only twin. And the ones that love me the most are the ones that up and ghost. And I got a feeling that the reason that they go in my stomach, I feel that pit toughen up, but I scared of shit. on the and the ones that love me the most and the ones that up and ghost. And I get a feeling that the reason that they go in my stomach, I feel that pit toughen up, but I scared of shit. And when I lay my head to shoulders, yeah, I got this on the side like that. I close my eyes and they get in my head. So stay with me, my remedy. I never sleep, but with you I can get some rest. Yeah, I got this on the side like that. I close my eyes and they get in my head. So stay with me, my remedy. I never sleep, but with you I can get some rest. Yeah. In my head there's a hole I can't control. That's when my demons get in. And it's taking me years now it is clear.
And so we are back. Formation lap on the go. Boys are ready to kick it off. Again, recap from the qualifying, boys. Let's recap. Rainmaster took pole position. Second behind him in a Ferrari is Kitty. Then Floppy Fox also in a Ferrari in third place. And then we have Sharks Racing, LNR Intimidating for closing out the top 5. In 6 we have Pesco, AC in 7, Robin Dobbin in 8, Pete Wang Bang in 9, Lord Bluebeard, Ian-Q, Eleanor Dave, Mike, Dog, Battle, Stormload, and then Fireblade. 75 minutes of racing, boys. This is where it kicks off. Track temperatures is at 26 degrees. No rain predicted for the first 30 minutes, so that looks epically good. And again, mandatory pit stop for these boys. Now the question is, what's going to happen in corner 1? Everyone on the chat has been talking about corner 1's going to be an incident mess of a turmoil. And again, it is Zandtvoort. Anything can go. This track is just too narrow. It's just too complicated. Whatever happens needs to happen, but we want good racing, clean racing, etiquette, drivers, respect, all those things. Are we ready to kick this off? Everyone lining up down the pit lane. Oh, down the straight, sorry, down the straight. This looks beautiful. Orange, black, and Ferrari's good pull away. Yet that Bentley is quick down the track. Rainmaster covering his corner. Skitty going on the outside line. Rainmaster losing position, and that's purely because of entry points of where he needed to go in order to cover his racing line. Floppy is right behind him. Skitty is now the leader of the race. Jacques Racing is still in 4th. Intimidator in 3rd, but I think he's lost a few positions. Pesco has taken up the lead. Again, the Lemmerties and all that is picking up. There was probably a few incidents here and there. Boys are moving, focusing. According to what I have, Skitty is in the lead. Rainmaster in 2nd, Floppy in 3rd. He's being hunted down by Jacques Racing and his McLaren. Top 4 boys definitely off the mark very well. There's a good gap between them and 5th. Intimidator there lost a few spots. He's now back in 8th. Let's see if he can make up positions. Oh no, definitely in 7th. All looks good and clean. Top 4, orange, orange, yellow, orange. Hey, Panda. Again, hello boys, everyone on the stream, everyone in the chat. Welcome, Panda, Baggy, Ryan, Oh, Hannes, thanks for joining me, man, and keeping me quite entertained. Look at the back of the pack. AC following Pesco. Good racing here. Pit lane is open. Lambo versus Ferrari. Intimidator is now in 7th. I'm gonna look everywhere for the telemetries, look where the good races are. This is definitely one on the cards. And of course here at the back of the pack between Dave and looks like Big Wang Bang. Mid-pack racing here. Aston versus Audi versus Aston. Again, a track I don't think the Aston is very good at, but it can make amends when it needs to. Audi is probably the most favorable car to go in this track because it's so nimble, so quick, so good. If I was a betting man, I would probably go Audi, Ferrari. Interesting to see the McLaren, but again, those three cars are very good. Racing pack is quite good at this moment. Top 4 is racing hard. I'm gonna look for all the competition, all the banging. Storm load Fireblade here in 15 with his Ferrari chasing down Storm Loaded and then Lord Bluebeard. Bentley Ferrari going a bit wide. Too quick on the throttle coming out of that corner. Cars look beautiful. Cars look beautiful. Again, I'm gonna go look at the front and the back, boys. I am moving from place to place because I want to see where the battles are. I love looking at good racing etiquette. Floppy Fox is on the move. He is all over that bench. Skitty seems to have broken a gap. Jacques is there, but not really. Ferrari seems to be the dominating car on this track. We have 3 of them in the top 10. Oh, coming around this corner. If ever there's a track I need to learn to race, it's this one. Front full back definitely breaking away from everyone else. There's a big gap in between them. Ooh, Bentley made a mess out of that one. Half of his tires were on the track. He's gonna go defensive as best as he can. Nerves are settling in. Will the Ferrari have the speed coming down the straight, or will that Bentley just outrun him? Again, Bentleys are quick. Bentley can brake very late. Still looking good. Maybe just a moment where we looked behind him, made a mistake, did recover it, still lost a lot of time to Skitty though. Skitty seems to be running away from this. Floppy in between 2 battles, and again, these are both LNR boys. I am going favorable for them because I love them and they are racing fantastically, but Floppy is giving them hell. Floppy makes a mistake. Oh, pulls to the side. That is classmanship racing. Absolute classmanship racing. Went into that corner, spun a little bit, made a mistake, knew he couldn't defend that, pulled to the side, allowed the driver behind him to pull away so that he can then sit back, recover, take a breath, and then refocus. That is driver etiquette of note. Not something that any other drivers will do, but I applaud for that effort. Seriously well done. While we look at the back, Intimidator all over AC. Bentley versus Lambo coming down the straight. Who's got a better exit? And Lambo is quick, Bentley seems to be much quicker. Side by side. Hey, yes, that's it. Sean Jacques is in a McLaren. Unreal, unreal. Good move there by Intimidator. Had the better line coming out of that last bend through the third sector. Took it down the straight line. I love how that Bentley looks like, by the way. Had the inside line. Past AC on the track. He is now in 6th. He's going to try and catch up to Pesco, who's running in the Ferrari. Definite good overtake there by this man. Seems to look very well settled in that Bentley. Competitions is tough. Again, like I said from the beginning, I always had this feeling mid-back from 10th, somewhere around there, these boys are going to battle very hard. This is where the battle is. Intimidator seems to be pulling away a little bit over there. Another battle on the blue, down at the back, 9, 10, 11. Again, Aston versus Audi versus Aston, one Audi. Smudge between two Astons. Lost a bit of time, it seems, to Dave. Must have made a mistake. Have been looking at the Delta the whole time. He was always within a second from LNR Dave. Bad Bull out of the pits. Storm lead. Is that Storm lead? Probably Storm lead coming out of the pits there. Pit stop done and dusted. Nonetheless, Big Gran was all over Dave not so long ago. Seems to have lost a bit of time. Was it just Super Dave putting up super laps there? Guys in the chat expecting snow because Jacques Racing is in a McLaren. Again, one of the unusual things you will not really see. At some point people do change cars. Dave going very wide through that corner. Now he seems to be very dominant in sector 2 compared to the Aston Martin. Can he get a good exit there? Bring it up the rear of the Aston. Full throttle. Balls to the wall. Good lap there by Big Bang. Big Wang Bang. I'm gonna call this yeah, I'm gonna make a mistake with his name at some other point. Ooh, very wide there in corner 1. Not a good exit over there. Battle on the brew. Mr. Pesco in a Ferrari. He is 5 seconds adrift from Floppy. Ooh, makes a big mistake getting out of that one. Boys are watching their rear view mirror, making mistakes. That is not what's needed to be done. Focus is forward, not backwards. The moderator does look very comfortable in that Bentley. Oh, Pesco, another mistake over the corner over there. Entering, that's going to make him lose 2 positions. What an unfortunate event there. Probably missed his braking point. Again, I don't know what happened there, but it is very possible. You miss it there, you can't get that entry right. The only best alternative is just to go straight, because if you go bad there, you go over all the sausage curb, and that can just cause more undercarriage damage or fender damage. Endless pain, which is something you would rather avoid. I did lose 2 positions to Besco. He was sitting very comfortably in 5th place. Oh, as I talk, commentators goes Bentley in the wall, Ooh. That is a quick recovery, if ever I've seen one. Just as I said it, one makes a mistake, the other one makes the same mistake. Miss your braking marker, unsettles the car, puts you into a location where you don't want it. Now how much time is that going to cost you? Floppy Fox losing a lot of time to Jacques. Still having a quick eye there on Big Wang Bang in 10th, who is chasing Dave in 9th position. Not so closely followed up by Mike J44, which is in 11th. And Intimidator made an error coming into this lap. As he lost momentum, speed, whatever the case may be. Aerodynamics. The car doesn't look as good as what it looked before. Has the speed and the space. Car number 32, Mr. Tog, sitting in 13th position, slowly closing the gap there. Big Wang? Big Wang? Did Big Wang make a mistake? He certainly did. Big Wang made a massive boo-boo now. He is all the way down to 12th. He was nicely comfortable in 10th. That freak togs up the battle, or is this, am I missing something? Oh, Aston in the road, Aston in the road. Ooh, that is heart attack moment, boys. Heart attack moment. Again, a lot of small mistakes these boys at the back are making. Tiny errors here and there will get the car out unsettled. Not happy with you. That is not good. That does give breathing space to boys running in top 10, heading on to the leader of the race. Mr. Skitty One, haven't even featured him in the first couple of minutes. He seems to be running very well with that Ferrari Evo 2020 in logistical nightmare coverage. Very nice, very nice. So for those boys watching again, welcome, good evening, hello, Taubona. Here we are. This is SOP Motorsport Racing, one of the late night series on Saturday night. The logistical nightmare boys have asked me to do a feature stream for this, because there are so many of them. Again, anyone that doesn't know who LNR is, just a small community that loves sim racing. We do it, and we love it. Again, plenty of LNR boys in the SOP server. Skitty One, Rainmaster, Jacques Racing, LNR Intimidator, AC, Robert Dobbin, LNR Dave, Fireblade, and then LNR Bad. That is just, that's about 10 to 50% of this lobby. Lots of LNR boys racing here, so I am keeping a close eye on them, making sure that racing is clean, etiquette is good. Nah, just kidding. I'm here to watch it, just as you boys are. Good lap there, 10 laps down, boys, 58 minutes to go. Only 2 individuals have done a pit stop, Storm Loaded and LNR Bad Bull. The rest of the boys are still out doing their stints. Oh, just as I spoke, Skitty outbraked himself, went a bit deep into that corner, lost a bit of time, nonetheless. Got a good buffer behind him, was 5 seconds, will probably not be 5 seconds once the telemetry his all update. Probably guessing around about a second that he's lost there. Jocks on the other hand is slowly gaining on Rainmaster. Top 3 is LNR boys, Skitty, Rainmaster and Jocks. So big ups to them for doing very well so thus far. Still the beginning of the race, there's lots of time. Okay boys, tell me, those on the chat, keep me entertained. Say hi, say welcome, give me your top 5, who do you think is going to do what, when. Zandtvoort is not an easy track though, only a couple of corners that gives you the opportunity to make a pass. Other than that, it is actually quite technical. Lots of slow corners, lots of high speed corners, good long straight. Us plays a lot of strain on the left hand side of the car. To be honest, not my favorite. I tend to make so many mistakes on this track. If ever I have time, I do need to learn it. Get someone to teach me some professional skills and technical things. Nice. Go find those races, boys. Floppy Fox is far behind. Looking at the Lambo, the only Lambo on the track. He is all over Intimidator. Again, Intimidator looked so good a couple of laps ago until he came to this corner specifically. Made an error, outbraked himself. Missed the wall. Didn't like it, that I can tell you, because it does look like he is struggling a bit, even with pace. And again, it's not AC that's struggling, it is Intimidator. Pesco was running in 5th position. Oh, that looks like a DC to me, or it's me. No, that's just a network glitch. Nearly had a heart attack over there. That looked very awkward there for a moment. Let's go, chasing down AC. Top 4 boys looking very good and comfortable. Fireblade, individual I haven't talked about, but because I'm looking at the deltas in his Ferrari. Oh, this is going to be epic. Staying on the channel as it is. AC going defensive. Pesco going wide. Very wide. Well defended there by AC. Intimidator in the pits. He's definitely struggling. He's gonna go probably for a fix, repair, new tires, more fuel for the rest of the race, and then pull it out all the way through. Let's go, closing the gap over there. Attel at the back. Oh, I did miss it though. Fireblade has made a pass. He is now ahead of Tog. I tried to keep an eye on it. Probably did it coming down the straight. Good move towards him. Big Wang is now all over that Bentley. He is followed by Mike J 44. Wang, who was in the top 10 not so long ago. He's trying to make up space. Intimidator, Storm Loaded and LNR Bad, the 3 cars that have pitted. Big Wang looking left, looking right, trying to find out where he can make a pass. Coming down one of the straights. It is a short one. all about setting it up for the overtake. And Aston, Audi, Bentley. Going too wide. Bring the car in. That Audi looks a bit damaged, so it might struggle with some straight line speed. This is where you go balls to the wall, throttle flat. Can he make a move? Is he going to stick it on the inside? Shows his nose. Brakes late. What a move. But undercut by the Bentley. Side by side, no. Decided to sit back. Oh, and then made a slight error there. Two cars going wide now. Bentley off the track. Was it? Bentley is off the track. Positions gained by 2. Dog lost 2 places. Hey, I don't even know how to keep up anymore. Epic, epic. That's a bit of breathing space for Big Wang. Mike can now battle it out, see if they can make a gap again. They do need to see if they can catch up with Fireblade, who's now number 10. Let's go. He's trying to chase down AC. Looking very comfortable with that Lambo. Lost a bit of time with Biz. I keep on seeing blue flags waving, but I don't see where that all comes from. Front running guy in top 3 looks very comfortable today. John Skitty still in the lead on lap 15, starting lap 15. Nonetheless, Rainmaster 4 seconds behind him. Not far behind him is Jacques Racing with another 3 seconds, 6 seconds off that gap. And then Floppy Fox in 4th. And then the battle between these to see who's going to be ending up in the top 5. Either AC or Bez. They have a very comfortable gap towards Robin Dobbin, who's a guy I haven't really mentioned at all. Sitting very comfortable in his Merc in 7th. Bears coming down the straight, showing his nose, showing his intent, trying to intimidate AC. Don't think there's enough room for that Lambo to have a rear view mirror. So AC must be looking forward the whole time. But he is very well aware these boys are fighting. Half racing in the mid-pack, trying to see who's going to get position 5. Or is this all going to be done by someone making a mistake, one intimidating the other? Oh, AC made a mistake coming out of there. Is Bears going to take on? Going for the outside line, taking it very wide. Momentum's not going to help you coming down this straight. That was a close call. Slight curve there by Mitois. I'm not even going to try to say that. I'm just going to call him AC. Down the straight. Is Pesco going to make a move? Is he going to show his nose again? It looks a lot closer than what he was before. AC going defensive. Forces Bez to go wide. not an easy track to make a move. You've got to make it early enough. Frustration seems to be settling in. That Lambo is very well aware that there is a Ferrari on his tail. Hard race at the moment, very hard race. Not seeing anything similar to this anywhere else on the track. Top three boys look comfortable. Floppy in his own race. No one anywhere near him. Closest race on the track between Pez and AC. Then Robin is about another 8 seconds adrift from that. 5 seconds from that is LNR Dave. And then you get the rest of the black. Oh, Pez going on the inside line. Outside line. Making AC take a defense line. This is a battle. If only I can change camera angles. Oh, Perez going a bit too wide. That would have lost momentum. He's not going to be anywhere close to the back of that. Late night racing here, boys. Late night racing. Hosted by SOP Motorsport. Streamed by Logistical Nightmare. Your host, Shocks Forever, aka Sean Buck. We are 46 minutes left in the race. Started off with a 75-minute race. Boys in the beginning, couple of nicks and tucks here and there when they started the race. It all looked very clean, very good. Top boys that did qualify in the front pack has pulled away from the rest of the pack though. A couple of incidents by other fellow drivers. Big battles going on here between Pez and AC. They are slowly catching up to LNR Bad, who's sitting in last position. He's going to have to give way. Pez trying to make effortless moves here just to catch AC off guard. AC driving that Lambo as if it was a qualifying session. Coming down the straight, Bad Bull pulling away. It's a good sportsmanship, seeing that there's a battle. Is Pez close enough this time? Nope, still not. Ah! What is it good? What is it good? That unreal, unreal. I did not see that at all. I was watching on Pez the whole time. AC caught off guard by someone in turn 1. And I have no idea what happened there. AC has got damage. There's no two ways about it. He ran into a Ferrari, which is blue beard. Epic accidents. That was. I cannot comment. Comment there from Hannes. Skitty has been hauling ass. Well, there was a good battle between AC and Pez, and something occurred on that first corner. I don't know what it is. Robert Dublin is now all over AC. I somehow have the feeling AC is going to go into the pits very quickly. That Lambo doesn't look good at all. Front is damaged. By the looks of it, it does seem like there is some wheel damage there, because that left front doesn't look very good either. I suspect this man's going to go into the pits, so he's going to try and push it for as long as he probably can. He's going to mess up his race. Robin Dobbin is on the move now. Looking fantastic in his mode with that orange and black. Haven't spoken about him the whole race. He's been awfully quiet or just in the zone. So, new battle. Robin versus AC. For position. AC lost plenty of time there after that incident with him and Bluebeard. Car number 93. In the lovely Sky Sports livery. Battle now between these two individuals. LNR Dave slowly catching this backup as well. So Dave on the move. There he is in the background. No other close battles that I can see at this stage. Bad Bulls, Guy. Doesn't seem to be a very good race for LNR Bad Bull. He is struggling with that Porsche. Still racing though. That's good. You start a race, you end the race. Is what my philosophy is. So even though, so I haven't talked about the top 3 in a while. Skitty is running very well and he is leading the race, but it seems like he is being caught up a little bit by Rainmaster. They are only split between them is like less than 3 seconds. So, and we're only halfway through the race. Rainmaster seems to be quicker in this stint of the race. Jacques Racing is 8 seconds adrift from them. And then of course Floppy was in the mix earlier on in the race, sitting between 3rd and 2nd. Running a good race because he was kind of chasing Rainmaster. Made one slight error and has been dropping off the charts as that, but very comfortable in his 4th position. Bisco and AC had a massive good battle for laps, quite a few of them though. Some incident occurred around corner 1 between AC and I believe it was Bluebeard. Robin in the pits. See how this looks like. LNR boy, Merc in the pits. Man, I haven't spoken about that lot. Coming in, setting it up. Needs to take a bit of a break. Heading off to the leader. Coming around the last few bends in sector 3. Picked up the pace again. Going wide. That can be dangerous. It looks like Rainmaster's in the pits. So again, all the big boys going in the pits. Fireblade in the pits. 40 minutes left of the race. Skitty still holding it out. Boys doing what is needed. Robin is out the pits. He's currently now in 9th place, so all the telemetries are going to change quite a bit from the individuals that is gone into pits and so forth. LNR Intimidator is in 12. Again, he started off very well. Probably seemed like he had a couple of incidents in the beginning of the race. Made a mess coming out of one corner, kissed the wall, he didn't like it. potentially commentator's curse is what I would call it. He's been trying to fight back, but he's lost quite a bit of time. He's now 13th place. Oh no, 10th. So he's picked up a few spots over there. He has Robert Dobber now behind him. Fireblade. So everyone that has pitted in the pits, been in the pits, sitting comfortably from 10th position, with the exception of Rainmaster, who has pitted. He is losing positions. It's Telemerity's catching up. So Rainmaster in 7th. Skitty the leader coming into the pits. Jacques coming into the pits. Will that mean that Floppy will be the new race leader? Floppy, new race leader, halfway through the race, and all looks well. New leader, Mr. Floppy Fox. Again, this is interim leader, anything can go, doesn't matter how it is. He is now currently in first position. All the Delta will update now as soon as they go through Sector 1, which is not long from here. Heading into Sector 2. Does look like he is at the back of that Intimidator's car. He'll be waved massively big blue flags. Yes, it does look like it. Okay. Those boys watching, welcome, good evening, late night. If you're sleeping, if you're watching this while you're sleeping, keeping one eye open to view it, thanks for watching. This is SOP Motorsport Sim Racing Series, again broadcasted by Logistical Nightmare on condition and purely because Logistical Nightmare Racing, or aka the LNR boys, there are plenty of them in this server, but they have asked for permission, and SOP that wants to bring you good sim racing has allowed us access to stream this 75-minute sim racing on Zandtvoort. One mandatory pit stop, and it's been a battle from the beginning. 35 minutes left of the race. That guy has been under blue flag for quite some time. Car 31, that is Intimidator. At some point he needs to either move away, because you can't keep that guy behind you that long. Again, we are all racing for positions, we understand that. That is the leader of the race. Moves to the side, opens up the gap, Floppy pulls through. Great driving. Great show of sportsmanship. Bears in the pits. So, as of now, only 2 individuals hasn't pitted yet. AC Dave and then AC and then LNR Dave. And of course your leader, Floppy. For the next 30 minutes, we don't see any significant temperature changes. Slight decrease, I believe, in track temperature, which doesn't really affect tire temps at all. So still a good sprint race we have here, 75 minutes of it. Rainmaster and Skitty, however, this gap has gone down quite a lot. I recall before the pit stop there was about a 3 to 4 second gap. That's now less than 2. Rainmaster making a mistake coming into those 2 hairpin SS corner. Not hairpin, not hairpin. Hey, sorry boys, late night for me. Loving the racing. Those look like at the back of the pack. Both AC and LNR went into the pits. These boys are in close contention to one another. A lot closer than what it was previously. Big wang bang! The man, the Audi. He's been in my stream the whole time. He's chasing down Mr. Fireblade. Fireblade's got two here, four in front of him. Two Ferraris, one Audi. Close race between these three individuals. Looking at what's going to happen at this instance. Fireblade on the move. That Ferrari looks quick. Seems like he's more comfortable in the second section after his pit stop than what he was at the start of the race. However, he does have Big Wang behind him, so calculated risk. This is where it gets tricky. Now he needs to go defensive and start. Had his eye on that Ferrari ahead of him. Now he's got his eye on the Audi behind him. Small error will make you lose positions. Ooh, Wang going very wide there. Fireblade showing his nose on the inside, making Bluebeard aware that he's there. Sky Point. This is LNR. This is Big Wang. Three-way battle here. Who's gonna get it? Intimidator has made up all the way to 6 again. I keep on seeing that name. It's really because it's so old. Battle at this moment is definitely in here at the back of the pack. Oh, one car off. That's the Aston Martin of Mike. Is that Mike? That must be Mike. Mike is dropping. Now it's a battle of who gets 10th place. Mike made a massive error, probably getting out of that corner. Too quick on the throttle, spun the rear end into the wall. He's dropped 3 positions, was sitting so comfortably in 10th. And now this battle has turned on who can make it in the top 10. Now that has made it a lot interesting. Battle for top 10. Who's going to show face first? All the cars braking very late. Big Wang close to that rear end of the Ferrari. Oh, Fireblade making a mistake. Slight error. Recovers it very nicely though. Again, too quick on the throttle, on the exit. That's gonna leave Wang all over him. Gonna try and take a line, but close, very close. Fireblade feels very unsettled now. He's now looking all over his mirror. What once was, good move there, great move there by Big Wang. Was that a calculated decision by Fireblade? Felt a bit intimidated, felt the need that he needs to just give the man a bit of space, let him go. About posture, breathe, time, relax. couple of errors into a couple of corners. Too quick on the throttle, tail end moves left, right, unsettles you completely. All you think about is the guy behind you. He just lets him go. Now he can refocus, see what he can do, get all over that Audi. Race is not yet finished. I think we've lost someone. And there's a couple of changes in the top 3. I did not even see that. Why don't you show me that? Top 3 changes. Rainmaster must have made a massive mistake for Jacques to be now in 2nd. Don't know what happened there, folks. No idea. Missed it at some point. Top 3 changed a bit of places. Kitty's still leading the race in 28 laps. 30 minutes to go. He's then followed by Jacques Racing. Rainmaster in 3rd. Floppy in 4th. Pesco in 5th. Intimidator, Robin, AC. Lord Bluebeard is now in 9th. Big Wang in 10th. Fireblade 11th. Mike, Stormload, Tog, and then Bad Bull in 15th. We've lost a couple of guys. Some individuals have disconnected. For the life of me, I'm not 100% sure who, because it just feels like I'm not missing any names. So, again, for those guys that don't know LNR boys, Jacques Racing is one of those individuals that's always been known to drive the Bentley, and some of the guys on the chat at the beginning of the race indicated to see this man in another car other than Bentley is so strange. However, he does seem to look very comfortable in that McLaren. Low down the ground, not as big as the Bentley, so two different epic sizes of cars. If you match them side by side, has to feel so different. Nonetheless, he's doing very well. Gained the position, probably based on the error made by Rainmaster. Rainmaster losing a bit of time. Skitty one gonna start lap 30. Heading down the straights over there. Battle, however, seems to be crawling up. Top 9 now. Top 9. Bluebeard versus Big Wang. Big Wang's been featured quite a lot. Bluebeard, not so much. But I love that Sky Sports livery. Bluebeard going defensive. That's Floppy in the background. He's going to catch up to this battle, so that might change a few things soon. Again, probably not a good idea to interfere with individuals on a battle. Floppy at the behind racing there. He has passed Fireblade or lapped him nonetheless. That is Big Wang being shown in the blue flag. Now that is interesting. Big Wang did leave space, but did he make a mistake? Because now he's got Fireblade all over him again. Must have made a small error coming into one or two corners. Was strange seeing them, or he just stopped, let the leader go, and then see if he can kick it up or make space position. Not sure if that was a good idea. does put Fireblade all over you. I'm enjoying this. 23 minutes on the clock. Plenty of racing to go, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of racing. At the front over there, you've just seen Floppy Fox getting past Lord Bluebeard, and that was just lapping him. Still maintains gap to him and Big Wang. Big Wang trying to chase down. He's now closely being followed by Fireblade. No other real battles on the track except for these ones. Seems like I'm all over the back place. Still looking good in the front spots. Rainmaster seems to be losing a bit of time though. Nonetheless, he is about 14 seconds ahead of Floppy. Ooh, Fireblade making a mistake. Too quick on the throttle again. That bites him. Lost all the momentum over there. That leaves Big Wang to go and challenge that position. Having a look at this Bentley. Not sure what's going on here, but I am looking at the deltas. Sharks Racing seems a bit comfortable. Rainmaster does look like he is losing a bit of time here or there. Is there any damage on this car causing him to slow down or be slow? Doesn't seem like it. All seems well. Maybe he's just taking it easy, knowing that it's only 20 minutes of racing left. He is in a podium position, aka third place, being chased down by Floppy, but Floppy is a whole stretch, well, a bit more of a straight behind him. 14 seconds is quite a lot. That does take up some time to make up 20 minutes. It can be done if individuals make mistakes. Nonetheless, race is still on. That is LNR Bad Bull in the only Porsche, currently in 15th position, 4 laps down the leader. Doesn't seem like that Porsche has found any groove tonight. Not the most favorable car on tracks again. With all the different changes, adjustments, BOP add-ons that has gone within ACC, trying to balance out the car's performance, making it more and more competitive. Betting man 5-6 months ago, the Porsche was the dominating car. Nowadays, there's a big mix of cars on tracks, which does make it quite interesting. Even though we know that the Ferrari is the quickest car to have on any given track. So roles have changed. Ferrari is more superior as to what the Porsche was. However, the other cars, aka Lambo, Bentley, Aston, BM, Honda, those cars are being more featured these days, which makes it interesting for racing. We're seeing more differences. Floppy does seem to be closing the gap though. Looking at Intimidator and Pesco, what happened at this? Looks like Pesco made a mistake. Might have missed it. Intimidator is now back in 1st. Pesco was running very well there. how I missed that, but LNR intimidated, looking good in first spot. 15 drivers still on track. Started off with 17, I believe. Lost 2 of them during the course of the race. 8 minutes left on racing. Still at Zandtvoort, optimal track at 26 degrees. Series hosted by SOP Motorsport. Again, hosted by Logistical Nightmare, boys. Again, you can find either SOP or LNR on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. 2 communities that seem to gel quite well. Battle again. Big Wang. He has been on the radar for most of the night. It looks like that Porsche is humping along. Doesn't sound very powerful, doesn't sound like there's a lot of speed coming out of it. Nope, this man is going to the pits. That sounds like a hurt Porsche, that's for sure. No, still not. Just pulls off the sideline and there he races. Something's not right there. Something's not right. Going back to Floppy, who is slowly gaining on Rainmaster. And when I say slowly, he has taken out 4 seconds within the last few laps. So he is a man on the move. Don't think he's got enough time to bring down that gap and then make a move. Nonetheless, he is still pushing severely, trying to gain as much as he can. Rainmaster is either struggling, taking it easy, saving his tires. Not 100% sure what the mandatory pit stop was all about, but the boys had to do a pit stop. I would suspect that they would have done or needed to do a tire change. Otherwise, all we would have seen here is this paint. Although all the cars can probably do 75 minutes of racing without needing fuel. I could be wrong. So I would suspect they do all have fresh tires on them. 15 minutes of racing is the situation. These 2 guys between 9th and 10th are battling. Ooh, side by side, going around the hairpin. Big Wang making a mistake, going a bit too deep, but bringing it in. Tried to make the undercut. All over that Ferrari. This is definitely a battle. These boys don't know what to do. Bluebeard is covering all bases as best as he can. Big Wang is looking at all opportunities. Oh! Bluebeard making a mistake. Lost it by a small error. That's what it looked like. That is exactly what it looked like. A small error, too quick on the throttle. Back rear end just pulled all the way to the left, caused him to go into the wall. Probably a little bit of a tap from Big Wang, but there was nothing that man can do. It seemed to be on on his path. Again, that is just me judging it based on what I saw briefly. Nonetheless, no serious incidents there. It's just an unfortunate that Ruby had lost the position like that. I think he was very focused on the guy, Big Wang. Big Wang's been very competitive the whole evening. Racing hard. Let's go, losing time. But he's being chased down now by Robin, who's still in 7th. AC, the only Lambo on track, still there, still running. Started well, had an incident in corner 1. Still looking good in 8th place. Should be fair, LNR boy is doing well. Dave, did you disconnect? No. Why, Dave? Why? That is just unfortunate. LNR Dave, driver that disconnected. Dave, you did miss a lot. You were looking epically good. Unfortunately, you got DC-ing. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Luck is not on your side. LNR Dave on the chat. Not in the race. Yeah. Capwise. Any good races happening? Not that much anyway. Rainmaster's still losing time. Floppy closing the gap. 9 seconds adrift now. Doing quite well. Pushing the maximum out of that Ferrari. Gaining as much momentum as he can. Closing the time between him and Rainmaster. Made a slight error in the beginning of the race, but has had a spectacular race since then. Intimidated, couple of incidents, took his car in. Quite early pit stop for him. He's been running about 50 odd minutes or so on the race with the same track and tire temps. Had a damaged Bentley, trying to gain momentum from the back of the pack, has done so. He's comfortably in 5th position, looking good with that Bentley, loving the look of that Bentley though. So for anyone that does know, LNR boys on PC are going to do a race on Bathurst, and we're going to take on the Bentley. I'm probably going to suggest that we're going to go with those colors, and that's going to be epic. So Bentley on Bathurst for 12 hours, a couple of few weeks from now. Again, this is a separated or a different race to what we normally used to, what the console community is used to. It's just the PC boys running on Bathurst for 12 hours. So those boys that are keen or want to watch my stream, LNR Sharks, that will be showcased on Twitch and YouTube. Any other boys are doing streaming, just let me know, man. We'll give you a shout out. And again, shout out. The boys racing at SOP tonight. Late night racing, very late night. Individuals doing phenomenally well. Red Bull in the pits. Does seem like he's going to sit there for a while. Leader of the pack. Skitty One, who has now seemed to have lapped Robin Dobbin. So Robin is 1 lap down, or maybe more. Skitty One driving phenomenally these days on the console. Don't know what got into the boy, but man, has his luck changed. Anyone that has known or has seen Skitty One drive anywhere, he is a phenomenal racer, in my humble opinion. Always seems to have so much bad luck when he races. But then again, when this man puts it on track, he does race exceptionally well. The last few races I've managed to watch and seen, he has definitely put the pace on. So it's 51 on form, on track, ready to take victories, lap by race, by event. Doesn't matter where he is. So a man to beat. Eight minutes, less than 8 minutes to go. Still 15 boys on track. Oh, no, that didn't look well. Sorry, must be a network glitch on my end, their end. For a second there, it looked like Sharks Racing went off, went back, went off, went back. I do apologize for that. Bring you boys a recap. Logistical Nightmare Racing hosting a SOP Motorsports event, alright? To anyone that wants to know where to find any of either LNR or SOP, look us all up on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And because this is a Logistical Nightmare race event, we will give a shout out to our fellow Patreon individuals, those boys that help us do well, and of course support the LNR initiatives. Big shout out to all Patreons. LNR Padpool, Dave _129. Then we have DMR GTI Anthony Wilson, LNR Rainmaster Mulk Gary, and then Ruan van der Walt, aka DMRE AM Racing. Those boys are our fellow Patreons. I thank them for their support. Absolutely amazing guys. Thanks a lot. You guys make this happen. Appreciate all the support you guys can give us out. And then of course, big thanks to SOP Motorsport for allowing us to do this hosting event of the race, whereby the fleet of the guys on track is probably about 50% LNR drivers. Nonetheless, was a good race from the beginning. 5 minutes to go. Not a lot of battles in the field except for Mike and Lord Bluebeard tackling it on. And both these guys have had a couple of incidents there in the course of the race. I've seen Mike against the wall quite a few times. I've seen Bluebeard making a few mistakes here and there. But epic for these individuals to take on a 75-minute race. Good to see some good close battling. Now we've got a Ferrari versus Aston. And this is for 10th place, so it does make it interesting. Worth it. Every driver that wants to race would want to get a top 10. Top 10 is just one of those, that magic number of top 10. Aston doesn't have straight line speed though. That I know, the car I love. No straight line speed, good in corners. Hard battling. Oh, inside line, takes it. Did Bluebeard see him? Did he close the gap? Close the door. This is not over yet. Top 3 boys still looking decent. Floppy has definitely closed the gap down. That's now less than 6 seconds. I don't think it's enough time for 3 minutes on the clock, but he is racing very hard, trying to gain as close as he can to Rainmaster. Battle of the race at this stage is between Mike and Bluebeard. They seem to be close on lap pace, and then not far off that, Pez has closed the gap to Intimidator. Again, Pez will probably be on fresher tires than what Intimidator is. Intimidator went to the pits about 50 minutes ago, give or take, has done a long stint on this tire, so those tires has got to be a bit more worn than what this Ferrari is. Pez on the move. Pez seems very stable and focused. Only 2 minutes on the clock, but over that. Does seem like it's going to be a top 3 finish for Logistical Nightmare boys. However, that gap between Rain and Floppy is getting tighter and tighter. There's also a good battle here. Intimidating. Time and I look at the gaps where we're sitting. Car number 13 is behind them, so that's the leader of the race. That will make them what, 2 more laps for these boys. It will be 2 more laps for these boys. Probably the race leader final lap. Yes, leader on the final lap. So if they don't give gap or space to Skitty, they will definitely need to do another lap, and that's going to keep it very interesting, because that means they have 2 laps before the final of the race. Skitty 1, the leader of the SOP Motorsport event, is on his final lap, 20 seconds of trophy from Sharks Racing, who is also far behind Rainmaster, and then Floppy Fox in 4th. Battle for 5th is between Pesco and Intimidator. Pesco on fresher tires than what Intimidator is. No two ways about that. Intimidator is struggling. You can see that he is struggling. Nonetheless, he is trying to keep that Ferrari right behind him. Pez making him well aware that he is there. This ain't over. Oh! Getting going a bit wide there at the back, but he is on the final lap. 2 more corners for Skitty. This battle's not finished. One lap more for these boys to go. Final lap, final corners for Skitty coming through with a victory. Oh, that's a spin. Ah, oh, that's just awful for Pez. No, that's terrible. Winning, nonetheless. Ah, I'm completely flabbergasted. Skitty 1 takes the victory. 46 laps into the race. Coming in 2nd place is Sharks Racing. He will be followed by LNR Rainmaster, who's been taking it quite easy for the last couple of stints. Nonetheless, podium position for him. Floppy Fox has closed the gap very closely. As you can see, he was far behind it. He closed the gap down. He's in 4th place. Intimidator is on his final lap. Pez has finished his race. He's taken 6th position. So has Robert Dobbin in 7th. AC in 8th. Bluebeard in 9th. Stormloaded in 10th. Who's close? Final few corners for Big Wang, who's going to take the 9th position. Epic race by him. Definitely featured quite a lot on my stream. He just kept it so interesting. Mike, also, final few corners for this man. Fireblades in the pits. So that seems like the last man that's going to cross the line is LNR Intimidator. One more corner. Epic race by everyone, man. This was actually quite good. Thoroughly enjoyed streaming this. For those boys that are watching it till now, I thank you so much for your support. This has been phenomenally well done to all. I've enjoyed it. Winning it by a mile timetable race. As you can see, Skitty kicking it off with his victory, followed by Sharks, Rain, Floppy, Intimidator, Pez, Robin Dobbin, AC, Big Wang Bang, Mike J 444, Blue Beard, and then Storm Loaded, and then of course a couple of guys that still hasn't finished their tracks. They in 14th, Tog, Bad Bull, boys that struggled the race. Timetables was actually quite good. I thank you all for watching. This was epic, epic, epic. Do have a great evening. Catch us next time. We will do more and more streams. Have a good night. Good evening. God bless. Goodbye. Ciao.